I'm eating fries. Hi.
Hello, chat. We're eating fries here on Dawn
Wow.
of
The
Diademia.
Shade's in the other campaign too.
Oh wow, this is how my morning has started, chat. How has your morning started? Because we're here for another lovely episode of Dawn of Diademia here on Dungeon Mechanics, and we have to do a recap, and we haven't played since Halloween. So, in the last episode, good old Sprixix got you all aboard Old Nelly, and with the party traversing, they were able to make their way towards Dung's Alley. Why is Buck closing his ears?
Because I have these bone headphones and they amplify the noise.
What noise? He's hearing voices, chat.
No, it amplifies what you're
voice.
saying. It makes it deeper.
If you put your fingers in your ears?
It gives it more for it to bounce off of.
Oh.
So like he goes down like a
No,
like...
it's like
So I talk like this.
No, it turns the volume it turns the volume up about 3 levels.
Oh, I'm not talking loud enough, Buck? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm saying that.
Calling you a quiet bitch.
I'm saying that you ain't woke up enough, sir.
Not even finished with the recap first.
Anyways, the recap.
So, after y'all got to get to know each other, because Nexus was insistent on everybody learning about everybody except her, y'all made it to Dung's Alley, and Sprixix dropped you all off with the intent of finding a person by the name of Old Salty, to hopefully also locate the prince and the imposter Freya. That is her brother impersonating her as, yeah. Anyways. So, as you all arrive on Dung's Alley's docks, say that 5 times fast, what would you all like to do?
Great question.
I'm sticking with Kaden while holding my
Get
precious
those
dragon egg.
hours in while you can.
I am sensing some foreshadowing there, DM.
Me? Foreshadow? Never.
Where's the truth at? Where's it at?
Where's the lie? So yes, y'all are on the docks. Let me describe the docks so y'all have an idea of where to stay away from. But y'all are on the docks of this pirate bay, and from what you can tell, there's people of all different types of races gathered here, mostly that of Theacord. So take that for as you will. You see a bunch of people like haggling, other ships kind of coming into dock to port and exiting. Everyone looks like they fit here, and that's not a good thing because you all stand out as bright and colorful as this party has become.
Yeah, Vengax.
No, he blends in
sir.
perfectly. Everybody's so beautiful as Vengax.
First off, sir, I think I blend in with the crowd.
Yeah, maybe Kaden, like,
I look
passes.
like a mercenary. How would I not blend in?
as you look around, Leia, you see a man with a pirate's leg just propped up from nub down. There's like a steel fixture kind of attached. He has a patch over his eye, missing teeth, and clothes that look like they haven't been cleaned in quite some time. And he kind of like jaggedly looks in your direction and gives you like a no-tooth grin before going back to making a sale. That's kind of why you don't blend.
Okay, I see. I get it.
That's the most handsome guy in town.
We call him Handsome Jack.
To each their own, I suppose. Cool. So I'm just gonna look over at Caden and be like, all right, well, where should we start looking?
So, DM, do I sense the one that I've been tracking to here?
Yes. They are further in this port alley fixture.
But they don't... Knowing that Faerun was half-elf, they don't have the same aura that they used to, right? Like, not as strong as when I first knew them.
In what sense?
The race of who they are now.
Strong of an aura? I don't get it. You put it on the prince, right?
Yes.
Broke the
Right, sir.
DM.
The hunter's mark?
No, well, I have Hunter's Mark on the prince, but I'm tracking Faerun also through Dragon War or Drake Warden. You said I'm tracking them, their output.
But is it the prince is Faerun?
Yes, but I'm saying like it's not when I track my Hunter's Mark, that's giving me a direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm asking, is the aura still the same as the Amethyst Drake Warden that I used to know?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was like...
That's what I'm wanting to know. Is the aura still the same?
We're catching up in real time.
Gears
Because,
were
like,
turning.
Because like Leia's isn't the same because she literally.
Oh.
isn't
So
awarded
it would
right
be probably different slightly than the
Okay.
one that you knew,
Okay.
but have
he
that
feels
like
something.
same lineage.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like hers is a little more diminished. She's not a full warden. So I was just asking if this one was still the same.
Leia's not a
But
warden
it's slightly.
yet. Girl, you better get it. Better keep going.
I mean, I'm not. I don't even have my dragon yet. It's still in a little egg.
Speaking of which, where's your egg at?
In my goddamn bag of holding that Dagny let me borrow.
Okay. Yep. Good to know.
Or
Good
did
to
I
know.
take it?
It is
I
with
mean, what-
me
what-
at all times.
All right, Toga P. Use metronome.
So I kind of point towards the general vicinity of where I feel the mark and the pool.
And you watch as Caden kind of like points off into the distance where the collection of buildings kind of like arch upward, but they don't look like to be the most stable of structures, but it's kind of like built over this grog of a pond ocean galley that it's centered around for Dung's Alley.
The ones that we follow are that way, but
Yeah, you're not telling me they're in there.
around there, yes. I don't have their exact positioning, but they're there.
Oh. Well, I pray to the gods that they're not in there. That looks unstable.
If you were going to hide, that could be a good place to do it.
Not a very smart place to do it, in my opinion.
Less
But I
people would
suppose
be
you have a right.
coming after you if they were afraid of that place.
Right. She kind of looks behind them, like, to the others. What should we do with everyone else? Should we stick together? Should we... I I've never been here. I don't know the area well. I think maybe we should find somewhere to maybe set our things down, maybe like a tavern. Maybe we can get some rooms, kind of get a game plan here on what we want to do before kind of
Relax a little bit before.
yeah, before
We've been
shit
kinda
hits
going
the metaphorical
nonstop.
fan.
We've been going nonstop. We just got off the ship.
If you need a break, then we can find
we just
somewhere.
fought a world eater, so rest sounds nice.
But setting your things down in a town like this, I would not recommend that. Have you
Took off
not
my armor
seen
one time? I'm not doing it again.
the ones walking around here?
I mean, they seem rather interesting. Although I don't know if interesting's the word I would want to use, but it's a nice word to use.
You're still young. You'll learn.
She goes to say something, but then kind of just she's not.
I would like to see if I can find a tavern or some sort of establishment where alcohol may be served.
Okay, are we asking for directions or just going with our survival?
From where I'm standing, I want to see.
We want to
first.
use our perception to see if we can find a tavern to get wasted at.
Yeah.
I want to look
Good
first,
fellow.
and if I can't see,
Where might
then
we
I
find
will
a
ask.
Oh, Dale is talking.
No,
You handsome fellow.
Himbo, no.
You already started. It's in the voice. It's in the voice. It's in the voice. He said he did it.
Dalen, hey, Dalen, wait. And she like takes his arm, pulls him over. I think we found a place. Don't worry about it. Sorry about that. And she's just gonna like pull him along.
I'm trying to talk to the locals.
Okay, but based on what Caden said, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we'll just be okay just using our own skill set to be able.
Why is it not a good idea? Why are you so afraid?
Have you seen the people around here, Dalen?
Have you seen the gentleman that brought us here? He was perfectly fine. He's from
Okay,
around here.
that is one of the.
I love how
Rare
Dalen's so
instances.
trusting of everything, including old women.
Exactly.
Oh, I learned his lesson
Leia's just like, Dalen, do you remember
I'm not
the old
looking for
woman?
any old women.
Okay, but Dalen, it doesn't have to be an old lady. It could be anybody. We don't
Not-
know these people.
Not everyone is a wraith. That was just one bad day.
I'm not saying they're gonna be a wraith, Dalen. What I am saying is that they may not be the nicest people to be talking to, and we don't want to be associated with that. So
But what if people think that about us? I am not a not nice person, and they need to know.
Well, you know what? People have the right.
And I
to
can't
their
do that if I don't talk to them.
Dalen, people have the rights to their opinions, but you know that you're not a bad person, right?
Of course.
Right. So we're just gonna trust our small group here
But
because
what
we know
if they
we know.
think that too, and I think they're a bad person, and I'm wrong? It's not okay.
Bless you, Dalen.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna follow
Good
Caden.
fellow.
We're gonna.
Caden, roll me a perception check.
As you see, like Leia, like trying to pull Dalen back in the background.
22.
Okay. There's a lot of buildings that have kind of smokestacks coming out the top of their roofing, but there's one kind of further in towards the center that you can kind of like makeshift see a sign with like a mug of ale on it, and
Okay.
it too has like a smokestack on it.
Okay. I'll turn to the party. I believe I found their equivalent of a tavern.
Dalen, no, Dalen. What was that kid? Dalen, Caden found one. Don't worry about it.
Equivalent to town. Okay.
Did you actually say something, David?
No.
Oh,
What is y'all's passive perceptions?
21.
Yes.
I have a 16.
At least one.
21.
15.
Clint?
17.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, I didn't hear you.
Vingax and Dagny.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody get higher than 17? Y'all notice that Freya is not in the party right now. Nexus is there, and she's like trying to make sure that her remainder of stuff, which is just a collection of things that Dalen and the other party members have given her, isn't getting any more dirty than the rest.
I knew
No,
Freya
she
was no
refused
good.
My vestments.
Okay. Hey,
Us.
has anyone seen
Dalen, is it?
Has anyone seen Freya?
What? What do you mean? She's right.
No, she's not.
Mother.
Oh no!
Maybe I
She
should
probably
have
knew
marked.
where she was going.
Her?
Maybe I
instead?
should have marked her.
Maybe you should have.
Oh, Stax. What about Vi? Vi has an 18.
Vi would have noticed that she's gone as well.
Okay.
Of course, leave it to her to just walk off.
Here, hold on. Can y'all walk me to the tavern? I'm gonna send Obi to fly around to see if I could see her anywhere.
Who are you putting your hand on right now?
Dalen.
Oh god!
That's not a wise choice. He
No,
could
it's
walk
not.
over
It's
and talk
No,
to somebody.
Leia immediately takes Dalen's hand. All right, let's go. let's make sure Dagny stays out of trouble.
I'm gonna send Obi to try
So
to
I'm holding
spot
your
Freya,
hand, and Dagny's holding on to me.
if possible. I would say for Vengax to go fly, but that's a lot of attention.
Yeah, those wings
Look
expand and
suspicious,
everybody's
don't look
going.
suspicious,
A
don't
lot of attention, more attention than two humans dragging a sullen soul that can't see down towards.
I mean, half
she's
the pirates
blind.
in this
Don't worry
town
about
can't
it.
see. It's fine.
She's blind. We're helping our blind friend.
Weekends at Bernie. Just...
I'm also gonna send Chipper to go.
The forgotten
Like,
child. Yes.
I do not forget about him.
Yep. He's always second on the list. We know how this works.
No, we saw too
He's the
much of him
middle
at one
child.
point.
Yeah, they're all
Middle.
scarred by him.
We don't want to know what the next child spawn's gonna be.
As we reach the tavern, I kneel down to Vi. Go where I pointed for the others. If you see them, report back. Try not to be seen.
And Vi kind of like nods and then heads off. Nexus like starts to follow all of you, and then she kind of like stops. Is there anywhere to buy maybe like clothes here?
You know, I'm sure there is, but
I
let's
can
just get
ask
to the
around for you.
Dalen. Why don't we get to the tavern first before we start doing some shopping?
Yeah,
But
I
are
can't
we,
hear
like-
or see.
Also
No.
going to like meet up with whoever it is that y'all wanted to meet up?
Nexie, right?
Nexus, but you seem nice enough. I'll let you call me Nexie.
Whichever you prefer. I'm not one to care one way or the other.
Aiden, that's not nice. Just
No,
call
I'm
her
saying-
Nexie. Just call
I'm
her
saying-
Nexie.
I'm saying I do not care which name is chosen.
Just
whichever she is
a
most
figure of
comfortable with.
Leia comes into the screen and just
And he's not even having it. So,
you put it over his masked face.
right over my mask. Like, you can't even... Once we enter the tavern, I will ask if there's a place for you to buy clothes. Do you have the means to purchase them?
Yeah, of course, totally. Like,
Insight.
she's broke. She showed up naked. Her freaking
Yeah.
carriage
Yeah,
is being driven by.
But Kaden
I
wasn't
think
there
she
when
would
that
believe her
happened.
anyway. I rolled a 7 for insight.
I was there. Who was there with me? Because I
It
was
was
there.
you and Vengax
And
Yeah,
Big
it was
X.
us too.
and Dalen.
Oh, and
Like
Dalen.
me.
No,
Dalen,
Dalen. You
Dalen.
fucking. Gunk.
Yeah.
So Kaden wasn't there when she was like that. So as she kind of hesitates like that, Kaden reaches into his pocket and he pulls out 30 gold and he hands it to her.
What is this?
And he keeps his hand completely
Father,
closed
I
until
would
her
like some
hand
money.
until her hand is under his, and then he places his whole closed fist in her hand and drops the coins.
Oh, Kaden, that's nice of
Is
you.
Kaden her sugar daddy?
I can't. I totally can't take this, Caden.
I think an outfit is like 1
You-
gold.
You also can't be all but naked in a town like this.
He's got a point, Nexie.
All right,
There, I can't hear.
we'll check in and then go shopping or maybe some other stuff.
That sounds like a good plan.
And so
Dalen, stop trying to wander off.
I walk into the tavern.
So as you're walking into the tavern, you see this like mug of ale spilling outward into like the bottom of the sign, and as it splashes, there are a bunch of like pixie fairies that kind of like are carved into the wood that explode out of the splash area. You are at the, let's see, we'll go with Pixie's Retreat. I'm writing that down, chat.
Me too.
How dare you not have a tavern name ready?
It's like Skyrim out here. There's stuff, and as you get closer, it buffs, and then I'm able to read the stuff in the buffed area.
It's rendering in as
Yeah.
it renders in. He's like,
I was waiting for it to render all the way. I was like, ooh, look at this. But yes, you arrive at the Pixie's Retreat. And as soon as you walk into the doors, you get a waft of a fresh aroma. It's like a mixture of sweet bread and like honeysuckle wine. That kind of like
You're making me hungry.
and honeyed goose.
Honey goose!
Bringing it back.
Breathe it in.
But the area itself is filled with all sorts of patrons. You see a mixture of pixie sprites kind of like playfully fighting with another patron that's kind of just like wafting them off as he continues to grog down his ale at the bar top. And then there's other people sat in various tables. But you see a young man standing at the corner area when you walk in. He appears to be, actually, roll nature checks. I don't know if y'all have met any of these before.
Oh man, it'd be so good if I was there, but I'm not there.
Oh yeah,
That's
Dagny's
a
just like
12. He's had a lot
Roll
to drink.
perception
He's had a lot
for,
to drink. She had a lot to
Opie.
drink.
Perception?
yeah.
I got 14.
What did
19.
Leia get?
It's my nature.
I got a 12.
Oh
What
gosh,
per-
these
so I
are
used to
from
talk
Dalen and
16.
Leia's area more than it is. I mean, I guess technically Caden too.
I was gonna say I've been around forever.
What did Vingax get?
Well, then, do I get
16.
advantage because they were in my area?
Sure.
Yay!
As she proceeds
That
to
means I do
roll
too.
worse.
Okay.
I got a 16.
No, I got a 16.
Okay.
I have a 19, sir.
So it takes Leia and Dalen a little bit to realize, but these are rare to see now in the Feywilds because of how the Quiet Year went, but very common amongst Diademia members. This man is a Herringon.
Oh shit.
Who's
Nice.
a rabbit man?
19.
With the 19, Obi still hasn't gotten like a bead on Freya yet.
Sneaky bug.
So you said he's at the corner. Is he at the corner of the bar, or is he just?
He's
like...
kind of like at the corner before you get to the bar, like near a desk, and he's kind of like writing with a quill in some type of ledger.
I'll approach him.
Good evening, sir. How may I assist?
We are needing some information.
And he kind of sets his quill into the ink holder and looks up at you. What type of information would you need?
Do you have a
Do you have any rooms
armory?
available?
Just Leia over the shoulder.
Still holding on to
have a-
Dalen, by the way. I'm still holding on to Dalen.
And as she does that, he kind of looks. Yes. Do you have rooms for? And he kind of looks.
how
and
many?
He motions at the group kind of standing behind him.
6. Yes, we should easily have 6 rooms available. Do you want singular or paired?
What's
He
cheaper?
he just looks over his shoulder at them like, "Are we bunking together or what the hell?" Like, because Caden he doesn't. Care.
I'm fine with whatever, as long as everyone else is comfortable.
There's 3
Go
girls
with it.
and
Everyone
3
looks
dudes.
back at Mrs.
Well, if we find Freya, I guess
We're not gonna find her.
girls can pair up. I'll room with Leia, and then Dagny, you can get a room, and if Freya comes back, you can have a room with her, and then
I mean, she's not there.
And at that point,
could
since
all
I can't
get
find
one
Freya,
room.
I'm gonna like run back into my like. I'm come back.
oh yeah, she
As
can't hear.
Leia is explaining, like she's not. Like,
She's just like talking to her
there.
in the general direction, like.
So as they're trying to
What?
figure it out, he goes. Caden says, 3 doubles and 1 single.
Yes, of course. That would be 1 silver piece.
Also, do you have a place to buy armament?
Yes, in town. There are the traders at the docks, although they tend to have fishy prices, but there is a small allotted shop that a member has been fortunate enough to be able to provide for members within Dung's Alley. It's an offshoot from Salties.
Salties.
Yes, he's funded
What?
it completely.
That's
Where
Just-
where may we find Salty?
I am not sure if he's here, but his shop that he purchased is here. He may be here, you never know.
Where is his shop located?
It's further in the city. You have to, well, city is a big stretch of a term for this place. Just go in further up the stacks and down into right before you get to the alleyway. It'll make sense once you get there. It's kind of like a rag collection of buildings, but you'll see it. It'll say Old Salty's attachment shop.
And is it spelled just how it sounds, or is it spelled differently?
Oh, Dagny, you're back.
Yeah, I heard everything you said.
Yes, it sounds just like it sounds. Reads.
Okay.
Also, we would like
Thank you, Dave.
food for the group.
Yes, we have quite a few assortments of foods today. They have made honeyed goose as our tavern special. Much recommend if you haven't tried that before. But dinner definitely will be provided, all within the price range of the silver.
And drinks. And as Caden says that, he puts 2 gold on the table and he pushes 1 to him for the room and the food, and then he pushes the second one to him for the information.
Drinks, did you say?
Yes.
And a hot bath.
Yes, we have all of those things here. The bar's always open, and there are rooms set aside upstairs that will allow or accommodate for bathing.
Well, will that be enough to cover it?
And he looks at it. Oh wow, it's only a silver, sir.
And he puts his finger on the second one. This is for your help.
Much obliged. Yes, thank you.
We weren't here.
Oh, yes, of course. And he reaches out and grabs the handful of keys to hand off to Caden for the rooms.
Which one is the single?
It's this small one here, and this has a
So
little tag.
Caden takes it and puts it in his in his pocket, and then hands the rest behind him to Leia so they can distribute however.
Okay, who wants
Caden
this
gets
key?
the single. Sure.
But Caden has Vi as well, so it kind of. I mean, Dagny has a whole
Vengax.
zoo of children.
Vengax, this one kind of has
also,
like a
Caden
rainbow
doesn't
aging
have to
taste to it.
sleep.
Do you want it?
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
sure,
is
matches my
more
rules.
for keeping up the illusion of needing a bed.
We were never here. Giant rainbow wings.
Yeah.
Ain't I pretty?
No, inconspicuous.
And then Vengax is so nervous he's molting and his wings or his feathers kind of shoot out. You're like, damn it.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, I'll take this room. That's fine. Anything on Chip or no?
Roll me a persuasion check for Chip.
Persuasion?
Okay, Dalen, this is
What?
your room key.
Okay, that's a
Don't
good roll.
lose it.
What persuasion do I add?
Oh,
Got it.
I got an 18, but do I add anything for
does he have any bonuses to
Let me see.
charisma?
5E.
Dalen, if you have a chain or something, maybe you should just put the key on the chains. That way you don't lose it.
You should have gave it to Vengax. They're rooming together.
It was an 18. No,
Oh, that
so
is
16.
true, huh? Okay, never mind. Takes key back.
He is currently haggling with a local, and they're playing some kind of dice game,
Oh my god. I want the adventures of Chip.
and he's just grabbing this relatively big die and then throwing it.
I fucking love this monkey.
Has Vi came up with anything yet?
Roll me perception or survival.
Oh, we're definitely doing perception.
Okay, Nexie, this is our
Yeah.
room key.
That's a nat 20 with a +8.
She gets a scent of Freya, kind of off on the ground, but it's headed towards like that alley area of the Dung's Alley place that the Herringon was talking about.
Do you want me to hold on to the key, or do you want to hold on to it?
You can hold on to it. Actually, can you also hold on to this? And she like hands you the 30 gold. I kind of have a spinning habit, so if I just have gold just laying around, it might disappear.
Right. You know, that's a smart move. I'm gonna take that gold and I'm just gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Would you prefer I hold it and only give you what you need?
I mean, either way works.
Leia's just holding the bag like
Learning spending habits is, you know, a new skill that I'm open to.
Caden leans into Leia's ear. You are aware that if someone takes that bag and turns it inside out, they get everything, including your egg.
what part of this bag never leaves my sight and touch do you not understand?
If you sleep, they can still get it.
Do I hear this?
I'm
mean, he's
whispering,
whispering.
this one to her.
Okay.
in
You
the
see,
tavern.
like, Caden whispering something too late.
He also has a mask on, so I can't read his lips, but I could read Leia's lips.
Okay, well then, do you want the bag while I sleep? Is that what you want, Caden?
I don't sleep, so it would be safer that way.
Okay then you can babysit while I sleep.
That is agreeable.
All right, Nixie, do you want to go shopping now?
Yes. Let's do it.
Plus, I can also cast alarm in my room.
I was just gonna put arcane lock.
I can just.
Dagny, are you coming?
And I have a dragon.
No, actually, I'm gonna be up in my room.
Don't randomly cut people.
One time. One time.
One time
To
is
our
enough.
to a party member.
He's fine. It was to help him. Trust me. Trust me.
Right.
Oh, it helped.
Day, you getting back me up on this? No?
Dag, just ask consent first next
I
time.
did!
It was worth
Fine.
it.
I did ask for consent. He said
didn't.
yes.
But you didn't tell him what you were doing.
That's fair. Okay.
So Kaden walks up to Dagny. Are you okay if I cut you?
Go for it. I don't know. Do I bleed? That's me
I
asking the dungeon master.
I didn't give you a reason. I just asked if I could cut you.
Yeah, sure.
See, that's what you did to him.
No. She didn't ask to cut me.
Yeah, you kinda did.
No, it was the principle of I didn't give you a reason. I just asked if I had permission to cut you.
Yes. Again, not very charismatic, this one. Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, we could cut anybody, really, if you wanted to. Like,
Just don't cut people. Don't cut people while we're gone. Do not do that. Just
okay, I'm gonna stay in the room anyways. It's fine.
okay.
I might just bathe.
Liam, I'd say
Oh,
that
man,
as
that
I
sounds
get
really good
pinged
right now,
by
actually.
that, the party sees Caden kind of, his eyes start to glow gold, and he just kind of stands there for a second.
Oh jeez.
Said
Oh,
when our
no,
party
Nick.
do this.
I don't do that.
Reboot sound.
Neither.
It's only just
Why?
those two of them.
Vi has her
More often.
tracks.
She found Freya.
Oh man.
She hasn't laid eyes on her, but she has her scent.
Okay.
Maybe if we're lucky, she'll just leave us alone.
Where
Vi
is
is
it?
continuing the search. I
Okay.
will pick it up shortly.
Where was the, where was it?
Are we
Where she headed?
splitting the party 3 ways?
All I know is that you and I are going shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Dagny's not coming with us, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else want to come with us as she's asking the party?
Are you heading towards Old Salties?
If that's where we can find clothes, probably.
Then I will accompany you at least to there. Vi is close by.
Okay. Dalen, what are you doing? Vengax?
Vengax, I'll accompany you. And so Vengax keep an eye on Nexus.
Dagny, do you need company?
In the
In her
bath?
room?
In the bath? I mean,
At the
no.
tavern.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were
sure, that's
going
fine.
to take a bath.
Gonna bathe, read a little bit, you know.
I was gonna say, wasn't Dalen the one asked if they could have a bath?
Yes. But if I'm going back out into the city, I don't want to bathe first. I'll bathe when I get back.
Just want to bathe and read a book. Just
Okay,
to
so I'm assuming everyone except Agni is leaving
decompress a little bit.
to
Yeah.
go with Lynn and Nexie.
I mean, I'm just, as far as the salty or to salties, and then I'm departing. Me and Vi are on a hunt.
If our paths should split to either go to Salties or find Freya, will we then decide who's going where?
Yes. I feel that's a good game plan.
So
Really?
Okay, to Salties.
as y'all head out and Dagny goes upstairs, you all go in the direction of where the Herringon kind of gave you, with the assistance of Caden, who knows where Vi is as well. And you kind of like start to climb up different ladders and other chutes that are used as like transportation pieces between one location to the other. There doesn't seem to be like a direct path after you get to a certain point. But after climbing and moving around these buildings that look like, with a good gust of wind, might not be standing much longer, you do weed yourself through the network of structures, and you find a building that says Old Salties. And then it seems to be open from what you can tell, like the sign, shop sign.
I think we found it. I think Leia's gonna go up to the door and just slowly push the door open.
But before she goes in, Caden puts a hand on her shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
If Salty is here, remember the dimensional rifts.
How could I
He
forget?
knows their locations.
Okay. And she's gonna go in.
And
Caden's-
Caden starts to head towards the alley.
okay,
Yeah, is Freya not here?
No, so right now, Vi's tracking her towards the alley, which is past there.
Do you
I
want
say
one
just
of,
leave her, but you know.
one of us to accompany you?
If you want to, you can. I'm usually pretty good at staying in the shadows, but you're welcome to come along if you wish.
Oh no!
I would say me too.
Metal man.
If you're looking to stay quiet and unseen, perhaps I will be more useful here.
Very well.
As
I
he's
will.
grading outfits for Nixie.
If something happens and I need assistance, I will send Vi to find you.
80s montage.
I'll tag along.
So since I'm not there physically, I'm going to go ahead and send Obi. I'm gonna leave Chip like to continue to make money.
Gambling monkey.
I'm gonna send Obi with Caden just to like track where he's at.
okay.
We had something special.
So Obi's with Caden. Vingax, are you going with Caden?
Yeah. Just so he's not alone.
And
Change his mind.
then the girls and Dalen go into the Old Salties.
Congratulations, Dalen. You're one of the girls now.
Woo.
Dude, I almost spit out my drink.
The moment y'all enter into Old Salty's, Nexie like looks at Dalen. Oh, his aura's lifted. He's all, happy.
We're not talking about auras again.
You can't see auras.
Can you see it?
No.
Oh.
I feel like my aura is probably black. And just,
Dark and mysterious. You don't know my pain.
just creepy.
It's actually like a really clear, bright aura that's like trying to hold on to a bunch of like darkness. It's like, I am the night.
I am the night.
The clear is by, and then my aura is the dark.
But as y'all enter into Salty's, you see a lot of items at first that look quite ornate and unique. But you also see a shift in the room structure. Inside looks a lot larger than outside does from where it's like put. There seems to be an area designed where you see a bunch of different like armor and items that you can wear as like accessories, as well as like to your right there's clothing and other things. But the space itself has predominantly like magical feel or aesthetic to it. And there's a bunch of different like ornate almost artificer type mechanical little homunculi kind of moving about and actuating things and like just interacting with things so that people when they first enter can see like how all this stuff works without necessarily having to walk up to it specifically. But behind the counter there is a older looking Fearbolg man that's kind of like reading through a large textbook. And as you enter, the chime from the doorway gets hit, and it alerts him, and he looks up. Oh, good evening. Welcome to Old Salty's.
Thank you. How are you
Good
doing
evening,
this fine
Salty.
evening?
Good. I'm not salty. I'm just a employer, the employee here, a friend of Salty's. But welcome in. Please feel free to look around. Let me know if you have any questions.
Oh, Salty's not here.
Not currently. He pops in and out when he has time.
So we don't know when exactly he would make an appearance again.
Not necessarily. Are you looking for Salty specifically?
Yeah, I just had a few questions for him.
Oh, okay. Yes, well, if he shows up, I will be sure to let you know.
How would you do that?
If you're in the shop, I will find you and let you know he is here.
Sound
Okay.
logic.
Dalen, you're not wrong, but you see, my friends and I, we are adventurers. We're constantly on the road. We're not going to be staying in town for too long. I was kind of hoping there would be a way to kind of get in contact with Salty.
Well, maybe this gentleman knows. Sir, what's your name? Sorry, I apologize. How rude of us.
Falbeer, pleasure. Who am I speaking with? I'm
Hi.
Nexus. Oh.
And Leia.
Yes, my name is Leia.
Nexus.
So now that we know each other,
Dalus?
Dalen.
Dalen.
Yes.
it's Daylon, but Daylon just it rolls. It's,
Wait, really?
yeah.
This
like
whole
5 times.
time,
You have never told me that, Dalen.
as she says, Dalen.
It's fine. I like Daylon better. It's okay.
Oh. Okay.
Is it really Daylon this whole time? Have we gaslit you into re-pronouncing your name?
It's
I'm going
Daylon,
back.
But we just say it fast. Daylon. Daylon.
Oh.
Daylon.
My
Say it like
brain.
Americans.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to retrain my brain.
Daylon, 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 Daylon.
Daylon.
It's not Daylon.
Daylon, Daylon, Daylon,
You
Daylon,
just said.
Daylon.
Okay, you know what?
There's
Anyway.
like a lull to the lun.
Yeah.
We say lon,
Anyway,
but it's like
do
lon.
you interdimensional travel? Do you do that?
No, that's a salty specific technique. Have you met him? Are you friends of him?
No.
No.
But we've met forgot his name.
Sprixix.
Sprixix.
Who was that? Was that the
Sprixix,
metagaming
who
pixie?
explained to us about his interdimensional travel.
Pretty sure
Oh.
it was Dixie.
Yeah. When he shows up, he definitely likes to meet the locals.
Wonderful. Well, I guess we'll look around the store. Look for some clothes, maybe.
Is there any way we can get in contact with Salty, like, now? Or maybe, like,
put in
tomorrow?
a request.
That would be great. I would appreciate that. Very much.
Anything specific that you would like him to know beforehand?
Specifically?
Like, if he were to show up right now, what would you all talk to him about?
He says that he's walking in.
Love the place. Love the vibe.
Specifically,
Points at
locations.
Nexus.
Specifically, locations of dimensional rifts.
Okay. We have a book on dimensional rifts.
You know what? That would be awesome. I would like to buy this book.
All right, I can show you there here in a moment. Anything else with you two?
Clothes?
Yes. To my left, to your right. There are regular attire. To my right, to your left, there's armament attire.
Dalen, they got armor over there.
Wonderful.
Clothing montage.
I had another question.
Oh, yes.
Our friend we met was fishing with a crystal, and it had some pretty terrible effects. Could you tell us what these crystals are? He said he got it from Salty.
What do they look like?
It just looks like a small crystal that he put on the fishing
Shiny
pole.
little shard.
Specifically, the reason why we are asking about these crystals because when he was fishing with said crystal, it kind of, sort of brought about a giant world-eating worm.
Oh, that's a
Said some things.
a shard lock crystal. It can vary in sizes. There's shards, crystal forms, as well as lotus forms if you have a large enough fixture. They are essentially the easiest way, etheric magic in a contained, crystallized form.
So not for fishing?
You can use it for fishing. Many creatures can sense out its innate ability and are drawn to it because aether for most creatures is a source of life.
I don't
Can I
think they
get
should
one?
be used for fishing.
Um,
What?
I believe I have a special assortment of shards.
Why do you have these for sale?
Most people generally just use them for magic, casting spells like a focus, but
Like, okay,
unlike most focuses, these shards also allow you to tap into specific magic.
okay. You know what? Yeah, I think we will take one.
I would like to give Sprixix one back. You know, I lost his. I'd like to give him another one.
You know, Talon, you know what? That's a great idea. You know what? Yeah. We'll just go ahead and buy him a replacement.
Clothing, book, shard. Which one do we want to do first?
Can we keep it here for now? I'm gonna go look around. Just kind of make like a pile.
Yes, of course. I will show Miss Leia here towards the books. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
feel free to try on anything that you fancy and let me know if it doesn't fit. We can make minor adjustments.
Dalen, you should try looking for armor that's lighter in weight and doesn't make as much noise.
Are you trying to say that I look fat?
How do you get your
What is
fat
going on?
from me saying you should get lighter
just
to
messing
wear
with you, Leia.
armor?
Nexus like
Well,
looks
I
at
will
him.
get you back one of these days.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Actually, like your you know strapping areas that you keep your leather on with are kind of like
Girl.
taut just a little bit, like maybe
I
little bit
cover her
more-
mouth immediately. I cover her
more
mouth.
breathing room.
You look fine, Dalen. We'll meet back here at the counter, okay? And I'm gonna be.
Dalen leaves the job never to return.
Just
He's going outside to run laps.
In the armor.
as y'all are looking for various things, Caden, you catch up to Vi with Vingax with you, and y'all see kind of like a string of alleys that kind of like weave downward further into Dung's Alley. And Vi is kind of wanting to head towards the rightmost path. There's 3 different options, but
Okay. Do I see anything out of the ordinary between the 3 paths?
nothing too terribly out of the ordinary. It seems to be like some type of stone, fluorescent stone crafting. But as you look down each path, it looks very labyrinthine.
Okay. Vingax, it appears that her scent is pulling Vi to the right here.
Okay. You lead on. I'll follow.
Go ahead and lead, little one.
And she like
And I'll
goes
send
in
Vi on in, and I'll
and
follow behind her.
And I'll fall behind him.
As soon as y'all like daisy chain, follow each other, you get the sense that there's some kind of trickery here. Vi is continuing in the direction of where the scent's drawing her, but as you look around and make like turns and get further into this labyrinth, once looking back, the pathway doesn't look to be the same as once you entered. And it constantly like shifts as y'all get further and further inside this labyrinth.
It appears we know how this place got its name.
Fun times.
But we can see the sky, right? Up above us.
Yeah.
So at least Vengas can get out. It's fine.
I could probably bring you with me.
I'm gonna keep following her as long as she has the scent of Freya.
Okay. Dagny, the moment that Obi sees them enter into the labyrinth from his like aerial view, they like vanish past the walking in point.
Even from the sky?
Mhm.
Like, oh my god. Okay. That's concerning. I'm going to go ahead and send Obi over to Dalen and Leia.
Okay, so Obi will fly back to Salties. That's gonna be interesting. How does a owl thing open a door thing?
It's a hawk right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hawk have appendages for door openings.
They're smart.
Yeah, y'all continue into the labyrinth and follow Vi. And back at Salties, Dalen, where did you go?
Me?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Nexus if she needed company, or I was gonna go look at the armor.
Well, if you ask her, she will say, "Who's going to tell me if my outfit looks good or not?" Of course! At least until Leia gets back.
You're in good hands.
Oh no. Oh no, my poor girl Nexus.
Leia's just gonna come back and the outfits are gonna be atrocious. Like, it's gonna be a fashion disaster.
So the Fearbog opens up a passage and you see like a set of stairs that goes down and opens up into like a bunch of different like shelves, and each of these shelves has like books lined on them. Right this way. And he kind of like takes a lantern and walks down into the area. You said that you were looking for rifts.
Yeah, like dimensional rifts.
Have
Specifically locations of dimensional rifts.
Have you encountered dimensional rifts?
You could say that.
So I can skip the basics and just get you a more advanced read.
You know, having the basics is always good, though.
Oh, all right. Just this way. And he kind of like leads you down a path. And from what you can tell, there's like tons and tons of books. But he's moving in a very methodical way. And you're like going around like different aisles. And eventually he like comes and he stops. And it takes you a moment. But you realize he probably has the location of all of these books memorized. Because he doesn't like stop to pause or anything like that. Or at least dimensional books or dimensional rift books memorized. But he brings you up and he grabs a book from one of the top shelves and like hands it to you. Here, this one, and then he grabs another and stacks it on top of that. This one as well, and this larger book. Sorry, I should have said that first. And then like this little tiny one. Here you go.
Okay.
Oh, you're quite
Flashbacks.
strong.
Flashbacks to the first session.
Those should be all of the readings that you would need.
Okay, how much is this gonna run me?
Well, the small book is 50 gold. The large book is 10 gold. The other two are 5 gold apiece.
All right, I just have enough for these books.
Oh, God! Hey, Nexus girl, can I borrow some gold real quick?
Oh, Caden's so gonna get an earful when I get to see him next.
He leads you back to the counter and like you set the books down. Oh. And he sets like it's almost like a ribbony, metallic looking bookmark or like a ticket sized item on top of all the books. And it shimmers and shines for a moment before it coils into like a little ribbony scroll type from both ends. It says here you have Salty's discount, so that actually will only be 25 gold.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. And I will give him the gold needed for these books.
And
That
the moment
Caden is going to be carrying.
he takes the gold, you watch as the ribbony parchment kind of like flutters away and like vanishes in kind of a really weird interdimensional sense, like poofs out of existence.
Where'd it go?
It's off to go apply a discount to someone else, I imagine. There's quite a few different Old Salty stores all throughout the Feywilds and other areas as well.
So there's only one discount ticket that flies around between stores?
Yes, and you are lucky enough to have purchased when you did.
I'll say.
Meanwhile, so in this time, Nexus has showed you 2 outfits. Both are relatively plain traveler's clothes. One has like purple clothing or cloth, and the other has more of a tealish green. She has very vibrant pink hair and kind of like pale tiefling skin, or you know, whatever she is. But she looks at you and out of those 2, which ones were the best?
Which one has the most pockets?
Pockets? You're right. I need pockets. And she goes off and she grabs like 3 more outfits. And around that time, Leia walks in with her sets of tomes.
Okay.
She says these large books down next to you. The seating almost moves, but luckily Dalen like weighs enough.
Thought it was just one book.
I mean, it probably could have, but I didn't want to miss anything, so I got the basics and the more advanced books on dimensional rifts.
It's good to be thorough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's Nexie?
Pockets. We're looking for pockets.
Pockets. I'm pretty sure every article of clothing has pockets.
but does it have enough?
As
No reason to sacrifice functionality just for fashion. Okay.
I feel Nixie's not that type of person. I think she's more into fashion than necessity.
She seemed very excited about the pockets idea. So
Oh,
think I
okay. Okay. I believe you.
as
Leia's 100% worried.
Nexus walks out, Leia, what you see is an outfit that has pockets everywhere. There's pockets on her shoulders, pockets down to her arms, pockets on her sides, pocket in front, which I don't even know how that fits. There's 2 pockets on the hip areas, pockets all down the sides of her pants. Dalen, she looks fine.
I think we're done here.
Nixie.
Too many. It's kind of hard to get into this too. It's like not very functional.
I was thinking, why would you need all of those pockets? Like, some pockets okay, but there's like pockets everywhere. And that color doesn't match you.
Yeah, it is like a rude plum.
Maybe like a olive green or maybe like a navy blue would kind of like
Yes,
be a little better.
I think I know just the ones. I'll be right back. And she like runs off, and as she
I was
does,
thinking the same thing.
you hear the Fearbulk man say, "Away with you!" And he's like struggling at the front door, and then he like opens it, shoo, 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 and then this like hawk thing just like flies into the room. And he's like, "Stop! Don't! Everything's fragile."
This looked familiar to us.
Yes, it looks like enhanced
It's
Obi.
Obi. Wait, he's our pet. I mean, not our pet, but he's a friend.
Oh. Did Danny catch up?
Did Marshall Ye
Obi.
confirm?
Obi, right here. What is it, Obi?
Obi like whoosh, flies and lands on the books.
What's the matter,
Okay.
Obi? Is Johnny stuck in a well?
Tilt
Some
left for
sort of way.
everything's okay. Tilt right for danger.
Right for danger.
Dagny, what are you doing back at the Pixies retreat?
So how much time has this all like? I would have like bathed. I would have
Like-
been reading
Half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe?
probably like a 20-minute bath, and then like get out of there, go to the
45
room,
minutes.
see the accommodations. Okay. And read the book that I have for like 20 minutes, and then the ping happens.
Oh.
Where you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, what?
You're
What
reading the
is it?
book?
Yeah, I'm reading the book.
Roll me a Arcana check.
Is it?
26.
Nice. With a 26, you open the book, and the pages envelope outward as it encourages you to read more and more and more. And as you're like engrossed into this understanding of necromancy or some forbidden magical knowledge, the book consumes you and closes and lands safely on your
On the
bed.
bed. Cool.
And then the ping happens, but there's no Dagny to ping the arrival of Obi. So Obi's just like frantically making like bird signals, and there's no Vingax to like translate them. So
Okay, whoa, Obi, calm down.
Okay, if
it's
Galen
like
said, "Don't
Scuttle
write for
trying
danger."
to tell the Little Mermaid that the witch is in.
Would Obi also know about the book at this point?
He would feel a disconnect, like a sever, and kind of like stop the moment that you got consumed by it. And then he's getting more panic. The Fearbolg's like,
Okay.
are
okay,
you
okay,
able
okay.
to
Is this like a
control
nature
your...
check?
Yes, it's fine. Okay.
And then
Or
Nexie
animal
comes
handling?
out and she's like, how about this outfit?
No.
What? It's not...
Hold on. Give me like 5 minutes.
No, so
Five
Obi in this panic looks over at Exie, like somehow grows a fucking thumb. It's a feather. Like, yeah, that's good.
Oh, thanks, Obi. I'll get this one. And she goes back.
And then like,
Wait.
if you want to roll a nature check, go for it. Like, but I don't think you would
Animal
need to. But
handling? What do we
Sure,
call it?
animal handling, nature. Let's see if we can figure this out together.
I feel like Chip got the disconnect and went, ooh, dice. Just kept
Yeah.
rolling.
5.
5 for nature.
What you get, Dalen?
I got 4 for animal handling.
Jesus
Mm.
Christ.
So yeah, y'all get a translation. From what Obi is showing you, everyone in the party has died, and it's just us now.
Sir, do you have a bird bathroom? I think
Are you unable to
That is
speak with it?
wait,
Would you
That is
like?
clearly not. There's clearly not him.
Would you
needing
like a
use
way
the
to
restroom.
communicate with the creature?
He's clearly saying they're all dead. We need to go find them right now.
yes.
He hands you a necklace with a pendant at the end, Dalen. There's a animal friendship and speak with animals charm in there as well.
As they're talking, like Leia's like, cast the books. Obi's on top of the
Nexus comes out. Why is Freya or Leia distraught?
Everyone's
Everyone's
dead. I
dead.
think.
Everyone's
I don't
dead.
know.
We need to go. We need to go right now.
Do you have
Okay, I
my
put on-
money so I can pay for this? Mom, please, I really like this outfit.
Okay. She specifically asked us to not make her laugh.
I know. It was
Hold on.
bound to happen though. There was
This is
too many.
perfect.
There was too many factors that synchronized. Oh no!
Don't die, fuck. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Breathe, breathe. Ooh, breathe, breathe. Drink some water. I'm being so serious.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Okay.
Who's
Can I just like holster Nexus on my shoulder and like throw money at the counter and just start running out?
Did you
and,
put
like,
the necklace
trying-
on?
Yeah, I put the necklace on.
This is too much. Thank you. Come again. Y'all make it outside.
Fucking
We
Obi.
are normally like this. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Camera's off and muted. It's done for.
There's no telling. Oh.
And Leia has now been recrystallized, Chip.
Okay, so you put the necklace on.
You put the necklace on, and you are able to speak with Obi. And Obi informs you that Vengax, Vi, and Caden vanished the moment that they went down the alley, and also he can't feel Dagny's presence anymore back at the tavern.
So everyone actually could be dead.
And he's like, that's what I've been telling you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Do you not understand? Oh, you understand me?
Whoa, that's your voice, Obi? I never would have guessed.
Yeah. What?
Wah!
Oh, it's because I'm a hawk.
But what Leia hears is a bunch of bird sounds coming from Taylor.
Oh my god, oh my god, this has to be. super serious, Dalen. We gotta go. We gotta find them immediately.
Oh god.
And while they're running, she's like opening the bag of holding and like throwing the books in there.
Okay, it's not
Dalen,
as bad,
can
but
you
it could
put
be.
me
They
down,
might be
please?
dead. Oh, yes.
Wait, what do you mean they might be dead? Can't you see Obi is like freaking the hell out?
Do we need to go to them or to the tavern or?
Did
We
we
need
see
to
where they
go
went?
To Dagny, because we cannot find Caden and Vingax on our own.
Did we see where they walked off to before going to the store or no?
You know that they had it like further on towards the alleys of where the herring gone
Well,
set.
I guess
Obi
Well.
would know.
Obi wouldn't want to. Obi, do we need to go get Dagny?
I love how the DM's like, yes, and Dagny's like,
The bird doesn't know. It's just severed.
Dagny's alone. We're going for her.
but we're right here, and I know they went in that direction.
They are capable.
Are we splitting the party again?
Well, I guess
Decision option. Do you want to go back to the tavern, or do you want to go towards the alley, or do you want to split? Special
want
option.
danger
you can
one,
go
or
for
do you
them
want
if you
danger two?
want. Obi can show you the way. I'll find my way back to the tavern.
But what if something
No,
happens to Dalen?
All right, no. All right, fine. Let's go to the tavern. Let's hurry up and find Dagny. Dagny can tell us what the. Let's just go.
So
We're
as
wasting
y'all
time.
head towards the tavern, that's where we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly because chaos ensues.
Chaos reigns.
Like almost killing Queen with lack of oxygen.
someone's
Hi,
reading a
chat.
book.
Welcome in.
Good timing.
Welcome back. I hope you had a good short rest. That's not a real short rest because that was just a break screen. But, Dagny, roll me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, 1 second. It's +6. Okay. No, but it's just an 8.
Nice. Everything around you is dark. As you look, it's almost like you're in some type of thick fog or mist. Because there's like a wafting shift within the darkness, but you're not perceiving anything currently. What do you want to do?
Can I try to cast Dancing Lights to see if that helps at all?
Sure.
Or see throughout the arcane web, if I can see through anything in the arcane web here?
Okay. As you cast Dancing Lights, nothing happens. As you try and shift and look through the arcane web, nothing happens.
Okay. Can I see my body at all? Do I still have tattoos?
Yeah, you can look and see that you're still, like, corporeal from what you can tell.
Huh. It's just... Do I know that I'm in the book?
That was the last thing you were doing before.
Reading, okay. Hello?
You speak out. Nothing returns your call.
Okay. I'm gonna just walk into the darkness, like in a random direction, because I can't see anything.
Okay. As you start to walk, your peripherals start to open up, and you see an even darker structure, which is odd because it was almost like everything was black, but this is even darker than that. This like foggy, large, massive structure of just pure opaque darkness. And as you get closer, you can see it like wafting and waning, almost in opposition to the like foggy state area that you're standing in.
Okay, so you said a dark structure. Can I try to I'll look for an entrance or try to make an entrance if possible or something.
So as you get close enough to it, you see it goes all the way down in that direction and all the way down in that direction and just like up for eternity.
This is new. Hello? Knock on, like, touch the wall. Anything happen when I touch it?
When you touch it, you get a sense a sense of calm and like a restful state, but it's like a feeling, not a...
Okay. And I... Hold on, let me see something real quick. You said dancing lights didn't work either. Can I close my eyes and try to sense like more within the tower, the structure, or can I like try to push through it, or
You could roll like insight for sensing.
girl? You roll so well for shade. What is happening? That's a natural one.
As you try and like sense out anything from this structure, you just get like a cold like feedback that like bolts and hits into you, and you're like overly aware that you're like alone in this moment, and you're not sure if it's the structure saying that or like you, Dagny, saying that.
This. They're just alone. That's the feeling. Do I have anything on my body?
You would have whatever you were wearing before when you were reading on.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab my necklace. And try to remember all the people that I knew before. Like my sister, the person that I lost. Like, and just try to hold on to that because I know I'm not alone, even though it feels like I'm alone at this current moment. Because though I am alone, the memories are still there. And it's dark and scary, and I've only ever felt like this once before. So I'm just gonna, I guess, like, I want to sit down, but I also want to continue just walking down like the path of like, because it just like, you said it continues on forever, right? Essentially.
Yeah, like it's like a wall of darkness that goes like all the way down that way and then all the way down that way. And you're like on the opposite side looking at it.
I'm holding onto the necklace. And I'm just gonna shout, "Is anyone out there?" Like, just kind of like trying to fight the feeling of being alone.
And
Anyone?
as you yell out, your voice doesn't even like echo off of anything. It just kind of like vanishes from sound in this like black abyss.
I'm gonna hit the wall or the structure in front of me over and over again.
And it doesn't necessarily have like a physical weight to it. It's almost like trying to hit smoke. And you like hit it and it'll kind of like pivot and wane around your hand before settling back. Almost like a little smoke ripple.
And try to push through it.
I mean, you can certainly try.
I will try.
You push through it, and everything begins to fill with that opaque darkness. and you just like keep pushing, trying to reach out for anything. And then it feels like you're falling in place. And you're falling and falling. And then everything just kind of like stops.
Uh, so everything stops. I was falling. Okay. I look, whatever you are, I don't know what's going on. Why am I here? What do you want? I try to like move. Can I still move? Like even though I'm stopped?
Yeah. As you move, you hear like the rippling sound of water. As you adjust and look down, you see your reflection kind of mirrored back at you with the ripples kind of pulling through it. And then up ahead within this like field of water, you see her in the reflection, but she's not standing out of it like you are where you're standing.
And I walk towards her in the reflection.
Yep. As you walk, it's almost like you have like water walking or some sense. You're standing on the surface of this pool. Your feet are contacting into it, causing more ripples, but your reflection is moving with you, and you're getting closer and closer to the reflection of her. And her arms just kind of like outstretched towards you.
Like in a what type?
Like a
What
inviting, a welcoming kind of like. But she's reaching out for your reflection, not you specifically. She's not reaching downward, upward towards you. That would be weird.
I'll reach for her as well.
So you reach out and your hands connect, and even though you yourself, you know you're not touching anything, it feels like you're touching her hand, and you can feel its warmth, and it feels solid. It feels safe. It feels like home, or what used to be, back before everything got to however it got written now. And you kind of like stay there for a moment, and you feel her like pull you closer. So there is like that resistance of your reflection getting pulled, so you in turn feel pulled.
I'm gonna keep going for it.
Okay. As she pulls you in, she like gives you a hug, and you don't feel alone anymore.
We'll embrace, and I'll. Oh my god. I like pull myself away, like, and look at them. How do they look?
There's a lot of like fae fawn features from what you remember. She looks excited, like happy to see you. And she looks like peaceful. And it's at this point that you realize that the reason that you're seeing such a reflection is because, at least from her reflection, she's giving off this like faint light that's like allowing this otherwise dark expanse to be lit up momentarily.
How are you here? How?
And she like smiles and speaks to you, but because it's the reflection of her, it sounds like wafted and waned, as if like if you tried to say something underwater and translate it.
Yeah. I could read lips.
As you read her lips, she says, I miss you, and it is good to see you one last time.
What do you mean? What do you mean one last time? No. 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 I already said goodbye to you once. I can't. No. I just got you back. You're standing right in front of me.
It's not safe here. I've been here for so long, it's felt like an eternity, but it's cold here, Ray. It's dark. It's always so dark.
No, I could try to get you out. Please, no. Not again.
You have to go, Ray. If you stay here, he'll find you.
Did she say hill or it'll?
He will.
Who's he?
He's something vile, but I've never felt anything as dark as him before. And he's sleeping.
What's his name? I'm gonna get you back.
I don't know. That thing that took me and put me here. He's always been sleeping. And I'm afraid he'll awaken soon.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna find you. I know he's sleeping, and I know there's. Listen, I have things that I could do now that I couldn't do before. But I'm gonna find you. I will. I was reading this book. It brought me here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how. I'm here. I'm gonna try to pull at the web. I'm gonna try to. Like, even though there's nothing there, like, I'm going to try to reach out and just, like, pull her towards me or something. Just grasping out at thin air just to bring her with, even though I know it's impossible, especially with the thing that took her.
As you do that, there's this golden arcane weave that starts to move in circles around itself, like knitting and pulling something together. And you feel her underneath you, her warmth holding her close, and above you, like actual you looking, sees the knitting of this arcane weave, and as it forms something, you realize it doesn't feel like it's forming her. And once you try and like push out of the weave or like stop, it just seems to like knit faster and pull and tug, and it almost feels draining from your perspective, like your energy is being sucked away from you. And you watch as this large hand begins to like form with you like standing like in the palm of it, and the light from her goes away, which causes everything to like dim out fastly, and the last thing that you see is these two great set of eyes, red, piercing, looking at you before everything goes black. Dalen, Leia, Nexus, y'all make it back to the Pixies' retreat, kind of in a hurry with OB in tow.
Okay, crap. I don't remember what number room she went into.
And the Harangon at the front like looks at you. Is something the matter?
Yes. One of my girlfriends. I gave her.
Soulless looking friend. Which room?
Soulless.
I gave her key already.
Do you know what room she's in?
Yes, it's room 6 Alpha.
Okay, great. And she runs off.
Does Leia is she like a professional lockpicker or something?
I'm a professional lockpicker.
Why are we standing here, Dalen?
No, we're following her.
We are? Okay. We proceed after Leia. It's like you arrive
How long does it take me to
6
find this
Alpha and you see the doors closed. Knocking,
Nate.
knocking.
Stagnate. Bang,
No.
bang, 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 bang.
Response?
I'm going to shoulder check the door.
Did you shake the handle?
She's like winding up to not shoulder check this door, and she hears you. Oh. Is she gonna try the handle?
Dagny, would your room have been locked?
Odds or evens?
Odds. Let's go.
That's an 8. It's locked.
Damn it! And now she's winding up for the shoulder check.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh, I'm good at those. Nat 20 for a 28. Let's go.
So
you with the repair.
you bust down this door, which Nexus is
looks like you got
clocking
the
as a
same
trend.
class that I got.
But as you enter into the room, you see that if Dagny had any like belongings or something, they would be like near her bed. And then there's this like book just kind of like closed on the bed.
I'm gonna check the bathroom.
Okay, you go down to the bathroom. Bathroom seems to be recently used, like foggy, misty, mirrors and stuff, but no one's in there.
Shit. Dagny, where the hell's are you? She's gonna like look around the room, looking like in the closet, like you're looking under the
Obi,
bed,
can you
like
sense her?
As you look at Obi Dalen, he goes to speak, and then his presence like snuffs out.
Oh, that's not good.
Leia.
What? Not. Okay, she's not under the
Leia.
bed. Okay, well, okay, come on.
Leia!
What?
Obi just vanished.
Her face just drops. What do you mean? And like she's looking at. What? Okay, that's just fan-freaking-tastic.
At a
Okay.
loss of what to do, I'm gonna use divine sense.
Oh, boy.
You feel darkness coming from
Okay, maybe
the book.
maybe she doesn't know. Like, she's like looking at the nightstand. She picks up the book and goes to open it to see if maybe there's like a note in the book.
As you go to
Leia, be careful.
open
Put that
it,
down.
it's like locked, but not latch locked, just like preventing you from moving the cover or anything.
She didn't hear you, by the way, Dalen.
Leia, I'm sensing darkness from that book. I would put it down.
What is that, Dalen?
Darkness like evil?
Oh, like drop the book.
He falls back on the bed.
Wait, what do you mean you're sensing darkness from the book? This book, the book I was just holding.
Yes.
Dalen, why did you say something sooner?
I did. I did.
Oh. Try to be a little louder next time.
Trying to see what else I can do.
Crap.
Good and evil. That's all I got.
I would like to try to use True Strike on the book. Try to find out a little bit about it.
Okay. As you use that, you get a ping, and with advantage, roll a Arcana check as a arcane tendril, kind of like
22?
You see on the book's spine that there's a ripple or like a arcane like signet kind of skirting up it every once in a while.
I'm going to try to kind of touch the marking on it and see if that does anything.
As you do, you feel like once you touch the marking, you feel the rest of it like trace itself, even though you're not tracing the pattern. from the point that you're touching. So it feels like something's...
Okay, I'm gonna try to run my fingers along that marking. Like, slowly, like, drag my fingers down the spine of this book.
Okay, as you do that, the book floats out of your hand and begins to open, and this, like, darkness kind of, like, pools out around the book.
What the hell
holding
kind
it
of
in place.
literature is Dagny reading?
It's smut, chat. She's reading smut.
Hell yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil
That's
on
probably a
Leia.
safe
On
bet,
who?
Dalen.
on Leia.
Okay. After she's
you,
like
Galen.
neck deep in the evil, she's like,
Your Nexus.
yeah, picks Nexus over Leia. I'm fine.
Well, at least I
Keep
know
that new
where
outfit
Leia is
safe.
on the important list here. Okay, so you cast protection against good and evil. Can I read anything from this book?
The pages seem blank. And they're just like slowly turning.
I'm gonna try to flip the pages to like the beginning of the book.
Okay. As you do, you see an image of like a ornate horn that's been like broken off at the end, like the opening end, and it like spirals in like a almost ram style.
I'm gonna turn the page.
And then it begins the blank montage.
Is Dagny like an artist or something? Like, did you like flip the page?
Is this her coloring book?
Wasn't she reading this all the time? There's nothing in there.
Unless there's something that we just can't see.
Are you guys like... Do you just like hanging around spooky stuff?
I'm trying to figure out
think
what
it's the
exactly
other
is
way
in this
around.
book. Nixie,
Spooky
do you
stuff
have any
finds
way
us.
of maybe revealing hidden, like, texts or... Because I am not of the, I am not a spellcaster, so my arcane knowledge is a little limited.
The book is evil. That's all I got.
Yeah, that kind of makes me a little unsettled that Dagny's carrying around this book.
I might be able to do something, but I don't know if it'll work.
Doesn't hurt to try, right?
But what if I die?
You'll be right with me.
Okay, what is it
Won't
you're
let
gonna
you
try to
die,
do
Nexus.
first off?
I'm gonna try and send my lovely imp into the book.
Okay, how would that make you die?
What if we're like connected or something?
Are you guys normally connected?
I can like see through his eyes or whatever, but... Well,
Why are you going into the book?
What
How do you
other
go
choice do we
into a
have,
book?
Dalen?
Is that a choice? Who goes into books? I've never heard of this.
well...
Your guess is as good as mine.
Wait, let's look around. Can I like go and like grab the book?
I already looked around. No. I already looked around.
It's still floating in the
She's
air,
not
right?
here. What was that, Dave? Sorry.
Yeah, it's still
The
floating.
book's still floating in the air.
Ah, yeah.
Creepy like.
As creepy book does.
Book, take us to Dagny.
Nothing.
Pat your shoulder. Nice try, Dalen.
Okay. Should I go outside and look around? We just ran straight here. Maybe she's out back.
But how? All right, fine. Yeah, go ahead and take a look. I'm gonna continue trying to look through this damn book.
Do you want me to go with Dalen, or
Alright.
do you want me to stay here, Leia?
If you need me, scream as loud as you can.
Oh gosh.
Hopefully I'll hear it.
Nixie, why don't you go with Dalen? He can get lost easy. I would
hear
just, I would feel safer if.
All right.
Just went
Instead
off.
of the imp version, I'll give you my pixie guy. And she summons her pixie. If anything happens, just let him know, and we'll come back.
Okay.
She like walks off with Dalen.
Oh, and make sure he doesn't talk to old ladies.
One time.
You're into
Yeah,
old
one time sticks
ladies?
around.
It's a long story. Just make sure he doesn't talk to old people. She's just gonna like wave you away. Like.
So as you two walk out, you're left in the room layout with the pixie that she summons. Meanwhile, Caden and Vingax, y'all have been following Vi for quite some time, and you finally arrive at a long hallway within this labyrinth that have two doors on one side and like one door all the way at the end.
Kaden looks down at Vi. Can you still sense her, little one?
She nods and like kind of looks further down the pathway towards the door opposite y'all.
I turn to Vingax. Looks like down there. I'd be prepared for whatever may come.
I'm ready.
And instead of Vi going first, Caden goes for the door.
Okay.
And has Vi kind of stay beside him.
All right. As y'all continue downward, are you following Vingax?
Yes.
The moment y'all pass the two doors on your sides, you get closer to that furthest door, and then the door now behind you and to your behind left opens, and some individuals kind of like walk out and start to head down the path away from where you are. From what you can tell, they look like just like your run-of-the-mill pirates or shady sort. But they don't seem to pay y'all any attention, even though there's a vibrant birdman with you. And as you get to this door, the handle's made of like this black obsidian.
I'm going to try to open it.
Okay. As you do, you hear a click as the handle releases, and then the door like starts to open.
Okay. Before I step inside, I'm going to kind of push the door all the way open and look to see what's on the other side before we just pass into whatever this room is.
Okay. As you do that, roll me a perception check.
Okay. $23.
It doesn't seem like it's trapped or anything, but the room seems relatively dark. There's a table in the middle with like just a waning candle in one of the corners, giving it minimal light.
I'll walk in cautiously not trying to stealth or anything, but I'm not gonna just like barge into the building.
Okay. As you walk in, the room seems to be squared off, and aside from the light in the room, there's just a table, and you look around and there's no like evidence of a doorway or passageways within this room.
As we enter, I look at Vi. Are you sure you sensed her come in here?
She kind of nods.
Where did she go from here?
She sniffs around for a bit. Roll me perception for Vi.
Okay. And hers is better than mine. $26.
She sniffs around for a bit and then kind of like looks at the table.
The one with the light on it? Or hovering on it?
Yeah.
As she looks at it, I look at Vengax. Something's very odd about this place. Vi's alerting that Freya went to that table, and I pointed out.
Vegas could acknowledge that and go, yeah, and those pirate-looking dudes didn't look our way once.
Which is also odd. I mean, I kind of look like I belong here, but...
Oh, I sure don't.
And your wings definitely would cause someone to take a second look.
Normally, yeah, that's the point of them. And he ruffles them a little bit.
And I take a deep breath and I kind of sigh and I walk over to the table.
As you do, it seems to be relatively normal looking. Roll me a investigation check.
$13. Not as good as on those.
Okay, you start to examine this table for anything that seems strange, and right as you're about to like call it a bust, you notice that there's an inlaid hinge on like the bottom leg of one of the two legs that's holding it up that are conjoined and connected into it, and the hinge gives it like a pivot point as if the table can like move away from you.
As I see it, I point it out to Vengax. Looks like there's a secret here. Is there chairs at the table?
Nope.
Okay. I'd say that I would take whatever side I needed to be opposite of where it hinges. And motion for Vengax and Vi to get on the sides of me, of the table, so that we can attempt to manipulate the table and see what it does.
Okay. As you do that, once you hinge it open, you see like a trap door underneath where the table was sat.
Turn to Vengax. Are you prepared to go underground?
I wasn't, but now.
I have a feeling the others won't be able to find us as easy once we do this.
Yeah. Because, the shifting hallways wasn't going to help either.
We're lucky that she could at least keep the scent.
Yeah.
How far down does it look like it goes from where we're standing?
Do you open it?
I
The
mean,
door, the trap door?
I'll check for traps first.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. That is a 22.
With a
That's the side
22,
with this
it doesn't seem to be trapped. There is like a trip cord attached to the chair, but it seems to be more of a to pull the table back once you're inside the trapdoor, not a activation
Okay.
point.
So I reach down and I kind of grab the handle or the edges of the door and look at Vengax. We're going in. If you wish to accompany us.
I'm ready.
And I pull it open.
It's very tight. Even for y'all, it might be like a snug fit, but there's a ladder that like rungs all the way down, and as you look, it goes down far enough to like get encompassed in like darkness.
I look at Vi. Since she kind of puts off a little bit of light because she's radiant. Go first so I can see the bottom.
She goes down carefully, and it's about 250 feet before she reaches the bottom.
Look at Vengax. We have a long way to go.
Couldn't be easy.
And at that point, Caden gets onto the ladder and starts climbing down to follow Vi.
As y'all go down, it's tight but still manageable.
As Vengax is top, he hollers, or Caden hollers back up. Make sure to close the door.
Got it. We'll close the door after he.
It gets a little bit darker. But without much effort, y'all make it down 250 feet to the bottom, and it's like this underground cavernous area. There's like various mushrooms that are lighting and dimming that seem to be the main source of light in here. But there's like cavernous expanses that go in all sorts of directions.
As long as we don't see trees that allow Vengax to see his reflection again. I might not ever get him out of this tunnel.
This is where I live now.
Whoa, who's
I'll,
this?
He's got nice
fella?
reflection. What can I say?
As long as it's a straight corridor, I'll just have Vi walk beside me and start heading forward.
Okay.
That way I don't have her potentially in the front to get hurt to begin with.
Okay. As y'all are continuing onward, roll perception checks.
For all three?
Yeah.
Okay.
All over my own, though.
I mean, I can roll yours. I got plenty of d20s.
That's fine. Oh. 11.
So, Caden got a 19. Vi got a 22.
Okay. As y'all are moving forward, Caden, you and Vi kind of hear conversation, like pinging off the walls up ahead, further into the cavern.
Do I recognize any of the voices? Like, do I hear Freya's voice?
It sounds like one of them might be Freya's.
So I kind of hold my hand up to Vengax for a second and I turn around. She may be up ahead. I hear her talking. I want to go closer but stealthy.
Okay.
So that we can kind of see what's going on. And I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Roll stealth checks and then add 10.
See, if Dalen would have came, he'd have been able to have plus 10.
Instead, he's freaking out about what happened.
Plus
Still would've
10s
messed
don't
it
help nat ones.
That is
Still
true.
messed it up.
Ooh, or Vi. I mean, as far as she only got +1 to hers. But with a 10, we're good. So
Oh, no, 31.
nice. So Vi got a 25, and then Caden got a 30.
Okay. Y'all are sufficiently certain that you're not making much noise as you continue onward. And as y'all stealth through, the room kind of like opens up a bit in the cavern, and you can see Freya speaking with a cloaked man whose like back is turned towards y'all. And he has like two sheath swords blades at his sides. And you hear so you're back after all the trouble we went through to get you to Diademia. You're back here in the Feywilds. The area where, should the wrong people encounter you, you're going to be killed. And she pauses. Yes, though not intended by choice, I encountered a few individuals that I got caught up with, and not knowing that they were going to be brought to the Feywilds, I kind of accompanied them before, well, it was too late. However, technically, I'm not going against my mission. I did locate the special one that, well, they are proving quite interesting as an individual. Though things seem different now. You're speaking of the... what? Sullen soul in your party now? Yes, that one. You do know we need to kill said individual, correct? And she pauses again. I've been meaning to ask about that, actually. Did our client ever inform us exactly why they wanted Dagny to be slain? No, that's not how our clients usually operate with us. We are given a mission, and we are expected to uphold it. You know this, Freya. As a blind acolyte, you shouldn't really have much question in this regard. And she pauses again. Now, aside from myself hired, was there anyone else on the mission to try and accomplish this for the client? No, I personally gave said mission to you in the hopes that it would be accomplished by now. And there's like a long pause. Good. And Caden and Vingax and probably Vi, you hear the release of a weapon contacting a solid structure that impacts out the back of his skull as she kills this man and throws him to the ground. There won't be any witnesses, it seems.
As that happens, I step from the corridor into her view.
I will stay behind. And see.
Caden?
I leave Freya, or not Freya, behind to address Freya by myself.
She like crosses her arms but doesn't move to like run or flee or anything.
You're a hard one to track.
I should have made my tracks a little bit harder to find, but
Unfortunately, your tracks are not what gave you away. And he kind of does like this.
not used to hiding from Drake Wardens.
It's awful hard to hide from a dragon.
How long were you listening?
I know your mission.
Well, if it's any consolation, I have no intentions of fulfilling said mission.
I could tell you killed the only one that knew you were on it. Or at least the one that put you on it.
Yes, though that was more of a precaution. I still need to find the individual that gave him the mission in the first place. Our client.
Had you told us what you were doing, we could have assisted in this matter.
True, however, from what I can tell, the party has a terrible habit of regurgitating every bit of information nestled within the party to any passerby that we come across.
Is that so?
Well, aside from
Name
you,
one thing that I've told you that you know of what we're doing. Didn't even disclose all of the information to the Sealies on the behalf of trying to save your skin.
the Sealy Court definitely pivoted my mission in the favor of you all. Though after meeting Raelif, now Dagny, my understanding of the mission changed because I was more curious as to why someone would hire an acolyte such as myself to put an end to them.
And knowing Vengax is hearing the conversation, Caden's still going to say this. If you want to keep secrets and tell members of the party, I would not recommend telling Dalen much of anything. He has a big mouth. That being said, I'm really only here for one purpose. Do you know exactly what I am?
The vampiric race.
I'm talking about what I do, not specifically what I've become.
I am not completely briefed on what Drake Wardens are capable of, which is why your tutelage and training, Leia, is definitely piqued my interest.
Leia is the reason I'm here. She is a descendant of a bloodline that I once knew. And if ensuring that bloodline continues is within my ability to do so, then I shall make sure it happens. There is another here on this God-forsaken rock that is also one of the bloodline that I track. But having to come find you has impeded that.
Well, I have many connecting points within Dung's Alley, so I should have no problem tracking down the prince.
I'm not sure that he understands who or what he is. It may not be the easiest to convince him.
Well, I will leave that in your best judgment.
But the reason we have sought you out is because certain members of the party, especially Dagny, was concerned for you.
She kind of like pauses in consideration. And that concern only brought the attention of Caden to come search for me, or are we not fully alone?
It matters not how many I brought with me. I say that to say this. I know of your mission. The ones with me know of your mission. If you try to harm her in any way, whether you claim to not to be wanting to fulfill it or not, I will end you myself.
To be clear, we're speaking of Leia.
I'm speaking of if you try to hurt Dagny, I will end you.
I have no intentions of hurting Dagny.
Whatever is between you and Leia transpired before I even arrived.
So she's up for grabs, is what you're saying.
If you impede my ability to continue the bloodline of the Blue Dragon Drake Wardens, I will snuff you out of existence.
Well, if your Drake Warden is impeded by a poor blind acolyte such as myself, then you have a lot of work to do, Caden.
I have a lot of work to do to begin with. She knows nothing of what we are doing as Drake Wardens.
And around this time, Caden, you feel a pulse. And that beacon mostly comes from one place.
I kind of feel like it's almost like the quickening in Highlander. Like, I feel like there's another warden. I'd say as I'm talking to her, my eyes kind of shift in whatever direction, but I don't stop looking at her.
Is there something the matter, Caden?
I wouldn't say that it's a problem, more so as a new location.
And as that's happening, Leia, around this time, the book grows cold.
Oh, that's not good. That's probably not good, huh? She asks and she looks at the pixie.
The pixie's like,
It's really bad.
And it gets colder and colder, and the temperature in the room begins to drop.
Oh, I'm dropping that book immediately.
You let it go,
Floating.
and it kind of like floats there.
I think now would be a good time to get Dalen and Nexie here, please.
Right, you are.
Because I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this book, she's gonna draw her sword and pull out her shield and just get ready.
Was that the pixie sending? Is that the concentration piece?
It's like constipation.
Are you okay? Do you need a poop?
Pixie poo.
Dalen, what are you doing outside?
And so basically, when I helped her across the street, she turned into a wraith and attacked me. That's the whole story.
So either you talk to old ladies that are wraiths, attract wraiths, or turn people into wraiths.
I had never thought about all those options, but you're right.
Banshee.
Banshee.
Banshee. Sorry. I hope I don't turn people into banshees. Anyways, I haven't seen Dagny out here.
And around that time, Nexus gets a ping. Something's wrong in the room?
You hear like a couple stories up.
What is happening, Nexus? Let's go.
They hurry
This
back.
is too much.
Leia, within the room, the book grows cold, obviously. But then a pooling of like darkness starts to erupt outside of the book, and it starts to fill the room and feel it more and more. And the more smoke that goes in, the colder it gets.
Shit. Dalen! Nexie!
Get out of the room. Get out of the room. Get out of the room.
Dalen, as you approach 6 Alpha, there is a black sheen of darkness where the door that once was there, that got
Aiden,
knocked
your
down.
trainee's in trouble.
I'm trying to keep you from dying on another end.
There's only so many things you can do. He's one person.
Nexus, stay out here, and I'm just gonna try and shove my way through whatever that is.
You can't go in there by yourself. And Dalen, as
No,
you
it's-
try and push through, that coldness like hits onto your armor. You feel it through your bones. But do you keep pushing?
Yeah.
Dalen.
Dalen pushes through. And within the room, you can feel the coldness come out of your mouth. You can see it. You can see. And there's a book closed on the bed. And there's no Leia around.
Is the cold still there? Like,
It's just like cold from how cold the room had gotten. And then like as the book's sitting there, the darkness like subsides into it.
so I just burst in, Leia, Leia, and I walk up to the book.
Leia, you are surrounded by darkness. What do you want to do?
She kind of like looks around. Like, Dalen? Nexie?
The pixie
Can you guys
next to
hear
you
me?
looks at you is like, where are we?
Can you contact her at all?
No, I don't feel connected to Nexus at all.
She grabs him by the shoulder. What do you mean?
I mean, I don't sense her.
Okay.
Not even by the shoulder. You just fully grab him like one of those stress toys. What do you mean? The eyes.
Oh my gosh.
The bulging eyes.
Oh no, stop. No, Leia, we need you to get it together. You can't die for another 15 minutes.
Live. Please, breathe. Breathe.
I'm good.
Sorry.
Don't die.
Oh. Okay. You've lost your connection to her.
Yes, can you please let me go?
Sorry.
It's really hard to fly in place when you're restrained like that. But here we are. What are we doing? Where are
She proceeds
we?
to wrap her hands around his throat. Okay,
Ah!
anyway. But
Just like Bart Simpson.
God.
I have pixie insurance. There's a clause here.
okay. I'm gonna look around. Does she see anything at all? Or is it just
You see like a orangish light off in the distance.
Hey, there's a light over there. What let's go towards that. Maybe there's something over there.
You're
And
going
she's
towards the danger?
It's better than staying here and doing nothing.
Are you sure?
I haven't been this sure of anything in a long time. Let's go. And she's gonna book it.
As you head towards, it gets bigger and brighter and bigger. And after a while, you see this like big engulfing flame that has like a portal connected or merged into it. And this portal's like on fire.
You don't have a bucket of water on you, do you?
Left it in my other, No, I don't!
I'm sorry. I thought maybe you could summon one or something.
Nope. At least, bonus, it's not freezing anymore. But it's kind of toasty, so.
Okay.
What kind of weird smut book is this?
You think Dagny's here?
Oh, yes, maybe.
Dagny! She's gonna call.
No response.
Dagny's like, nah, I ain't got time for that.
Girl, I am being stared by two massive red eyes. What are you fucking doing?
All right, well, it seems like this portal's the only way forward. Now, is it just like the outer side of the portal's on fire, or is it?
Yeah, the
all on
inside's
fire?
like this rippling darkness, kind of similar.
Okay, I'm gonna go through.
Ah! You just jump through the portal of fire?
Where else am I gonna go? There's darkness everywhere I look, except for this goddamn portal.
Hey, Asmodeus, good to see you again.
Um,
Let's go in.
as you enter in, you stand in like a red hot room. You can feel your armor like heating up on the feet.
Ooh, no. Ooh, I don't like that. Mm-mm. Can I go back?
No, the portal's like all the way behind us. We can't go back.
Carry me, Pixie, carry me.
But as you feel the sizzling and the heat, there's a warmth that fills you, and a static energy kind of like erupts around in like a field around you, and you like hover in place a little bit, not touching the ground, as you look down as like this like magnetic static is holding you afloat.
I'm a magnet now.
What's a magnet?
When you try to touch the pixie, do they float away or do they? Like, get close?
His hair like static.
Oh, it's so cool.
Please stop. What are we doing?
Sorry. Okay, so I'm just like, I'm floating like a few inches off the ground here. I'm looking around. What do I see?
It seems like a palace of fire, of flame. Everything's engulfed in it, but not like burning down in the same process.
This is good, right? Just a castle of fire. That's a good thing, right?
It says here in my clause that I'm not allowed to lie to you willingly unless you pay me first. All part of the insurance, and like the insurance clause like engulfs in flame. Ah! I hate it here.
Okay, well, you can lie to me now.
Yes.
It's a good thing, right?
Best vacation spot. Much recommend.
Cool. Okay.
And you hear from a towering, further within the palace, enter.
Uh-oh.
Lance immediately gonna turn around and just walk back to where she.
You like walk in place, not going anywhere. Enter.
Okay. Just gonna turn around.
You go into this massive opening throne room within this palace. Everything's on fire. And as you like skirt in, you see this massive being, horned creature, look at you with like flame and brimstone just like constantly burning on him. Who dares enter the realm of Gargoth?
Ah. Okay, first off, I didn't come willingly.
Oh my god.
What is your name, child?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think I should tell you that. We just met, and you know, I'm getting a really bad feeling that's a bad idea.
Roll me a perception check.
Am I good at those? I'm good at those. I'm not good at those. I got an 8.
As you're perceiving to talk to this large creature, the pixie like taps you frantically on the shoulder.
Scooby.
And then he just like reaches out, grabs you by the face, and like turns it and points down. And you see Dagny's body. Burnt to the core, destroyed, cindered. I will ask you one last time before you look much like your friend here. What is your name, child?
Full name.
After seeing Dagny's burnt to a crisp corpse on the floor, like I can tell it's her, right? Like it's.
Oh yeah.
there's like this eerie calm now. And Leia turns around, looks at this mother effer in the face, and goes, I am Leia Hillshadow. And I am going to be the one to kill you. And she's going to draw her sword and shield. She's going to fight this motherfucker.
As you run towards this entity,
Oh, I'm not running towards it. I'm
as
standing
you
my ground.
stand towards this entity, Dalen, from out in the room, you watch as the room starts to heat up. But it's not because of, you know, they paid the electric ferry bill. You watch as the book completely burns into cinder, and then ash remains on the bed.
That's always good.
And Nexie, like, peeks in. Did you find her?
Oh.
Balin is just gonna stand there staring at the ashes. And then just like let out this terrible yell and releases thunder wave from him in his anger and just destroys the room and falls on his knees.
Please don't turn me into a banshee.
I just got Leia back, and she's gone again. What do I do, Nexus?
Well, we have to find her, obviously. Her, Dagny. We have to find them.
He'll look at the ashes of the book. Is there anything salvageable?
Within the ashes, you see kind of like not fully charred, but an item, and it looks like a horn, like a smaller curved horn with the opening kind of like mangled a bit.
He would use his divine sense.
It definitely feels evil, but it is the only thing that remains from the book.
He's going to grab it, stand up, and start walking out.
Dalen?
He just keeps walking.
As you walk down the stairs of the tavern, the Herringon kind of, did you find your, oh, gods. Are you going to put that out? And he points at your shoulders, and you see these, like, two brimstone flames kind of, like, smoldering on your, what are the polders? Polders. Maybe something for your eyes as well.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember. Ooh.
He's ignoring everyone and he's just walking.
And like Nexus
He's
is
going straight to Salty's.
keeping distance, but also like following. Vingax, Caden, what are y'all doing?
Oh no!
Our poor himbo!
He's getting possessed! Fuck!
What pulse did I feel? Leia disappearing or the other?
Leia disappearing. Like a severance. Normally you could like feel her anywhere she is on the same plane, but it's kind of like whoosh, someone just chopped it.
At which point, Caden reveals who's with him. Vengax. Leia's
I'll step into the
gone.
light. Gone.
Her
One,
presence
how do you
has-
know?
Her presence has just left this plane.
Of course it
I
has.
no longer feel her.
Okay. We should probably get back then. See if anyone else is still there, right?
Freya, what is the quickest way back
Oh, hey, Freya.
to the entrance to this labyrinth of a mess that we followed you in?
Y'all head back.
Freya doesn't know, chat.
What?
No, he was asking.
I just
Just ask
asked
Freya
Freya
for-
what's the quickest way to get back to the entrance to the labyrinth of this mess that we followed her into.
It's kind of cheesy, actually. We just need to make it back to the door of this room.
How convenient.
And then we're out of the whole alley and everything that we walked into.
Should be. And she kind of like heads back up the ladder, opens the hatch, and stands in front of the door. And as y'all get up into there, you see her like open the door slightly and then close it, and then knock in like a rhythmic tone in different points around the door. And then as she opens it back up, you see from your perspective the front of the entry point of the labyrinth to which y'all came. And she just like walks out.
Question, real quick. Can they walk by like a pile of gold or something?
Dalen, you see a pile of ashened ash and just like a huge stack of gold.
Dalen does not see that.
Does Nexie?
She might, but I don't know if she would know what that means.
As soon as the door opens and Caden sees that he's back where they started, he starts to sprint towards the tavern.
Okay.
Or, well, back towards Salty's, because he knows that she disappeared, but the last time he saw her was at Salty's.
So I would say around this time, y'all make it to Salty's. You see Dalen in all of his visage. At this point, his eyes are red, and the whites around it are like pure ashen black. He has fire coming off of his shoulders, and there is what seems to be horns starting to push their way out of his head.
Here you go. You could have these.
As that's happening, Caden literally walks straight up to him and puts a hand on his side of his shoulder, because you said the tops are still kind of smoldering. Where did she go?
She's gone. Dagny's gone. I don't know. But I'm gonna find answers.
If they still live, we will find them. I will not let the Drake Warden bloodline die because some nefarious means has transpired.
And I won't lose my friend again. And he's gonna go into Salty's.
Vangax will just look at Caden and Nexus. Are we not going to address his change of appearance?
No, it's normal. I mean,
As-
it's clearly
as-
normal at this point.
As he walks in, Caden turns to Vengax. Whatever has transpired, we should let it run its course until he has calmed down slightly. Unless you wish to fight him now. He seems to be rather pissed.
Well,
Nope, not. Fair
And
enough.
around that time, you see Nexus like peek around a corner as Dalen goes inside, and she like quickly runs up to y'all. He's really scary like this. Probably don't have to
It's a
say
little
it, but
different.
his aura's like really off.
To be fair, this is the first time we've seen him like this.
Same, huge same.
Also, and he points at Freya, we found the other.
Oh, hi. Stop running off and welcome back.
And Caden doesn't even mention what he heard. And he walks into the store behind Dalen.
As you all walk into Old Salty's, you see the Furbolg conversing with a man that has like whitish silver hair, and they both look at you, and the Furbolg goes, "Ah, you're back. Salty just arrived," and he looks at Dalen, the new demonic version. Oh dear. As that happens,
Maliki walks by.
Leia, weapon drawn, staring at this being, Pixie at your side. What would you like to do?
Does he have a weapon?
He has like a rapier, but
He's pick-
I will break that twig in two. Let's go. I'm gonna go and attack him.
no, the Pixie has a rapier.
Oh, the pixie has a rapier. Ah, this is awkward.
Turn around, slash at him. I've always been on his side. Always.
Guys, Stacks, come on.
Okay. What are you doing?
Does he have a weapon?
He seems to just be sitting there on his throne. Hunched down looking at you. You seem like microscopic tiny to him in comparison.
All right, cool. I'm gonna poke him in the eyeball.
Okay. As you go
Spot.
towards him, you feel this force like stop you in your tracks. What are you, child? You have something on you.
None of your damn business. What did you do to my friend? And she's gonna like swipe at him.
Swipe at the air.
Trying to like move as she's like trying to like.
As you do that, you feel your bag of holding open up and an egg hover out.
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna grab that egg.
Not the egg! No. You're like holding on to this egg and it's like pulling closer and closer towards this being and it stops in front of him.
As I'm holding on to the egg.
No more baby, no more baby, no more baby.
You.
Fuck.
Is this yours?
Yes. What's it to you?
Perhaps you will have some use here.
Pardon?
and he shifts his attention from you and looks directly at the egg. Hatch. And you watch it get very hot, the outer shelling of this dragon egg. Do you want to hold on?
How about this? I roll a Constitution save because Leia would want to hold on to this egg for her life, like
Okay, I will
for
do that
her
first.
life.
Con save,
But-
please. The DC to hold on is 15.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
I got a nat 20 for a 26. She is not letting go of her baby.
You take 18 points of fire damage. Are you still holding on? Okay. You feel the egg kind of like grow in size and get larger and larger and larger, much larger than Vi, much larger than anything you've encountered. And then there's a crackling, a ripple of the top of the shell, or the outer shell of this
Does it
egg.
sound like thunder or lightning?
Kinda. It's like a muffled eruption that trickles down, and a storm erupts as the shelling around this creature breaks free, and it throws you back, but that like lightning energy kind of like pushes you to a hover again, and you stop just short of touching the ground. And before you see a very large, blue, pristine wormling creature.
Hey, Junior.
And on that note, we're gonna end it for today.
God damn you.
Mama!
Well, it was good playing with y'all.
Oh gosh. Be sure to stick around. We have a few more episodes this month of Dawn of Diademia, but the party may be split, so we'll figure out what that looks like on the other side. Maybe.
Well, I mean, technically, the party's split. Leia's not with us.
Yep.
Neither is Dagny.
Oh, I'm dead, dude.
Dagny's
I mean,
dead.
Dagny's dead. Dagny's dead. He not with
Maybe,
nobody.
maybe it's just a trick that this devil did. I don't know.
I don't think
Really?
Ifrit cares.
Dylan's gonna freak when he looks in a mirror.
Oh gosh. It's gonna be reverse Gengax. Just like, what?
I'll just attack it immediately.
Thank you all, lovely people, for hanging out with us today and our shenanigans. Hopefully, we brought some joy to your chaotic weekend. And as we get ready to
Happy
raid,
laughs,
yes,
happy cries.
everything. Almost stopped breathing for a moment. But as we get ready for our raid, we will catch you all on the flip side. Stay tuned to our socials for when the next episode of anything happens. And hope you have a good weekend. I know these lovely people will. But yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.